So now after the vanilla cake sponge, we are going over to make now red velvet cake sponge eggless. Before I start making or telling you the ingredient quantities, I'd like to tell you that red velvet, basically the name velvet comes from its texture. The type, it has a very light mouth feel and has a very dense crumb. So this comes from the vinegar and the buttermilk that is there in the recipe, and it's not just a vanilla red color cake. Basically red velvet is a combination of vanilla and chocolate, so there is a part of chocolate, there is a part of vanilla essence, so it's a mixture and a combination of both which comes out very beautifully. So with the buttermilk, it gives a tangy flavor. With the vanilla essence, it gives you a vanilla flavor. We also add a bit of cocoa powder to it. So it's a mixture and combination of flavors, which is very good. I mean, when you taste this cake, it's not a very bad cake or something, thinking that there are multiple combinations, but it's a very beautiful tasting cake that comes in. So let's just begin with the basic ingredients that we have here. We have 150 grams of maida. We have 155 grams of sugar. Then we have half a tablespoon of cocoa powder. We'll take half a teaspoon of baking soda. Then we have 1 cup of buttermilk, which is, I've just taken a packaged Laban Up that I get here in the supermarket. So this is around 245 ml, and half tablespoon vinegar we will take. We are taking a little bit of vanilla essence, almost half teaspoon, 50 grams of oil, and red color. Before the cake was, the traditional red velvet cake was never red color. It was a combination of cocoa powder and vinegar. When the cocoa powder mixes with or reacts with vinegar, it gives a maroon tint, and that is why it got its name as red velvet. But nowadays, since everything is eye catchy, eye pleasing, people add red color to the batter. So let's just begin. We will start mixing by all the dry ingredients in one bowl and wet ingredients in the other. We are sieving it because sometimes the cocoa powder has lumps. That was just sugar that was left. Now we keep this aside and we mix all the wet ingredients in another jar. So I'm taking vanilla here, which is half teaspoon. We are adding half tablespoon of vinegar. This is a 1 tablespoon, so I'm just taking half of it. Before we mix in the oil, we add the red color because this is a water based color, and when I put oil it will definitely go down, but then you will have some speckles on that as well and doesn't mix as well. So this is just a normal liquid based color that was available nearby to me. So you can use gel colors as well, but I find this is better and the best. So I'm taking basically 2 teaspoons of color. These are not concentrated colors, so there's no worry that if you're using a little bit more. But gel colors will of course be lesser. Now lastly we add the oil to this. All your ingredients has to be at room temperature. That's how simple is this. Before you mix wet and the dry ingredients, now at this stage your oven has to be preheated at 170 degrees, both rods on, because this has baking soda and this has vinegar. These 2 ingredients will immediately react. So this batter, the liquid will go in the dry ingredients only when you're ready to bake, not any time before that. So make sure your oven is preheated, your pans are lined, and then only we'll start mixing this. Okay, so my pan is lined as well now. I've just lined it with bottom parchment, no oil, nothing. I will now start mixing this. You don't have to like mix it in batches or something, just dump everything in one bowl. So this batter gives you around 635 grams. It's good, and it's a little bit more than for half kg cake, but then that's completely fine. You can scale it down, but I feel this is the best proportion and the ratios that I can get. I mean, this is the least that I could do for half kg. You can double up the recipe. You can even half the recipe to make 250 grams. So if you see, the batter had cocoa powder, and how dark red maroon color it has become, mixing it with brown like so. Cocoa powder has already incorporated in the batter. It was a bright red and now it's like a maroonish red. We will not over mix this batter as well, just until the flour has been mixed. We do not want to build any gluten in this. Just a last fold so that everything is everything mixed. Like if there's anything in the bottom, it gets mixed. So I filled the pan, and I feel that of course it's a little bit high, so I'll divide this in 2 pans. But this is the stage now. You will just put it to bake. If you see, it's already started reacting and the bubbles are already there. We will put this batter to bake immediately in the oven, 170 degrees with both rods on. The cakes are now baked already, and this took me around 40 minutes again for this, because even the temperature was low, 170. It's done when you can see that it's bouncing back. Okay, so this is the final color that I've got, and it's very nice reddish maroonish color. We'll demold this. I had told you that this recipe gives me around 635 grams. But this is actually, I told that it is more for half kg, but it's perfect for half kg. So if you divide this batter in two, it's gonna give you around 315, 310, something like that, and it's perfectly good for a half kg cake. For 1 kg, yes, it should be around 700, but then that's still perfectly fine because when you pair it with cream cheese is a heavier frosting.